Welcome. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to visit me at my travel podcast with Rachel. We have a fun day ahead of us today, and it's just amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to introduce ourselves and say, hi, my name is Rachel McCafferty. Sure, you're at Travel with Rachel podcast, and we're with Heidi at Luna's Travel, and we're having a great talk today about Gambia. Heidi, take it away. Tell us a little
Hi,
bit.
Rachel.
So Heidi, first of all, let me just introduce yourself a little bit. You know, you're a travel agent and your love of traveling has brought you to Gambia. Now, Gambia is not a very known place. It's not Paris or London or New York. So let's hear about it a little bit. Okay. So tell us, where is it? What does it have to offer? Take it away.
Okay, well, Gambia is indeed not that known. I ended up in Gambia just first time. It was really just a, I was going along with one of my friends. I was very afraid to travel to Africa. She said, "Yeah, but you need to come with me just once, so you will see that it's not scary. It's a very small country, but the people are so friendly that you will feel right at home and it will change your life." And it did.
Okay.
It
So
really
tell me
did.
do you have a map of it, right? You show me a map.
Yes, indeed. This is a small map that explains where the Gambia is situated. As you can see, it's a very small country just around the river Gambia, and it is surrounded totally, well, entirely by Senegal.
Mm.
So they are. It's only like you see, 320 kilometers long and only a dozen kilometers wide. So it's the smallest country on the African continent.
Okay.
What else can I say about it?
Just keep going.
Uh,
It's beautiful.
this was one of my first pictures I took there, and it always reminds me of the time there, my first time there, which was really learning me how to disconnect from this fast-pacing world. In the Gambia, you have several religions. Most of the population is Islam, but you also have Catholics, and you can see a mosque on one side of the road and a Catholic church just across, and there is understanding between them that I never saw before, like here in Europe. Even Catholics marry with Islam people. They form a family. They don't bother about it. They still appreciate their religion, but it's just a family, and they have their ways of getting around it.
Well, that's very nice.
And
It's
that makes, yeah, it is. It is.
nice to
It's
know that
something.
people coexist in a peaceful atmosphere. That's good to know. That's a nice cultural
They,
thing.
yeah, they really do. They really do. On this picture, I was visiting a compound. There were festivities, and these are the children. I always take candies for them, and even the moms always fight to have a candy, but they just love it. But it's once you get there and you start learning the people, they will invite you into their homes. They will invite you into their life. So they are very open, very friendly. It's an amazing small country. They call it the smiling coast because everybody's always so happy and constantly smiling. So yeah, the money that they use is the Gambian dalasi, and I've put up in the PowerPoint a few currencies, well, exchange rates, just to show you that for us it's really a cheap country. I say cheap, but We can go out, have dinner, lobster dinner, for example, for like only 15 euros with wine and everything in it, what you could never find here, of course. You can also go locally. They have local restaurants. When you move in more forward into the country, inside in the more to the little towns, not at the coast, you find little restaurants that have magnificent local recipes. Uh, Chicken yassa, for example, something very nice. It's chicken stew with a lot of onions, and it's delicious. Uh,
And
yeah,
reasonable. And reasonable.
and reasonable. Yes, indeed. Um, when you travel to the Gambia, I know from Brussels, there are direct flights with Brussels Airlines. They do make a stopover in Dakar in Senegal, but you don't have to leave the aircraft, so that's very easy. And then it's only like a 15-minute flight from Dakar to Banjul. When you arrive in the airport, at first glance you would say, "Oh, okay," but when
We've
you get
entered
in, you can
Africa. We've entered Africa.
yeah, you can see it already. The way the people are, the handlers at the airport are. When you enter the airport, you can see it. The way that they work there, it's it's another pace than the rest of the world.
Right.
You need to keep in mind that you will have to pay an entry tax, and when going back home also, they ask $1,000, but you can pay it also in euros or in dollars, and then they ask 20 euro or $20. They're not difficult.
They accept credit cards.
No, you have to pay it in cash. That's the only thing that you need to keep in mind, that credit cards over there, you can use them, but you will pay a lot of extra tax on it.
So it's better to take
So
euros and change at the airport and then
yes,
use or
take
dollars.
euros, take dollars, and you can. Well, the thing is, you better not change at the airport because the exchange rate is gonna be very high there.
Okay.
I had a little, but I had a little explanation about the exchange rates. I'm trying to find it.
No, don't worry about it. The
Okay.
airports are always the exchange
Yeah.
rate.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that if you just take enough money to pay for the entrance fee and pay for your taxi or transfer, you are okay. You don't have to have a lot of money with you.
Okay.
What you can do first time, of course, you don't have dialysis, but if you ever would decide to go back, take the rest of your dialysis with you, and then you're good to go. You can pay directly in dialysis. But the
Okay.
first time, when you come there the first time, take the $20 or 20 euros to pay the fee, the entrance fee. Take, for example, €5 to pay the porters. The porters, they're the guys waiting for you when you go pick up your luggage. Hire one. You just say, you're gonna help me with my luggage. They will help you perfectly. If you just point out, hey, that's my bag, that's my bag, take it, take it, take it, they will run for it and they will save it from the collection thing. They will help you also to go through, they scan the luggage when you arrive as well. They will help you. They will make sure that you don't get extra checks. Make sure also to save your luggage tag, because when you go out, they're going to check the numbers on the luggages
You mean
with
the
the
ticket,
numbers that you have.
right. The
Yeah.
ticket. Okay.
So the tracking tickets.
Right.
Make sure that you keep them because they're going to check it.
Okay.
And they do that all for security reasons, to make sure that luggages from tourists don't get taken by other people.
Okay.
You
Good to
never
know.
know.
Never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
Well, it
So
was for me the first time. It was surprising as well, but now I've been there already dozen of times, so you know it. You know how it works. You wanted to ask me something, Rachel. Go ahead.
no, I just wanted to say I saw the taxis. I thought they were so cute. Yellow,
Ah,
green.
well, yeah, there is a difference. However, there are there are two or three different kinds of transportation. So you have the green taxis. Those are called the tourist taxis. They are regulated by the government. You can be sure that they have insurance, that they are approved, that they have a license, and they also have to keep the fares that they ask, they're regulated as well. So you can find boards all over at the taxi stops, which tell you, right, from this point to that point is going to cost you that much. So you know what fare they are going to ask. Of course, it's
Ah,
free to
good. That's good
bargain.
to know.
You can always bargain everywhere. You can always bargain. So don't hesitate to do it, but do it with respect. You don't have to put them down. Like you have to stay honest. That's the only thing I want to say, because I sometimes see people really bargaining, and sometimes you hurt local people with that.
Right.
So keep in mind
Well,
that
their
they are
industry, they're
very
living.
hardworking people.
Yeah, they're living off of what we could provide for them. So that's great. So I like the
Yeah,
fact that there's different colors. So if you get lost, green is good for the tourists because they're the respectable ones. Good to
yes.
know.
Of course, you have very respectable ones as well on the yellow taxis, but you never know if they have insurance. You don't even know if they have a driver's license.
Oh,
If you make, I do know a few now, but it's something that you have to, yeah, you learn how to recognize them and how to do it. It just takes a little time. It's hard to explain, but once you've been there, you start uh, knowing the people, and you start knowing the way they work, and you will be able to judge them a little easier. But you have very good yellow ones as well. But there you need to keep in mind that you have to bargain. You really have to bargain your price, because they can ask anything, but normally they are supposed to
can
be
I
much cheaper than the green ones.
can I
So
bargain
if you
in
keep that in
English?
mind,
Can I
yeah, of
bargain in
course,
English?
English is their official language. So everybody knows English normally. Only if you come into small towns, you might need a translator, but because elderly people, most of the time, they understand a few words, but normally everybody learns English.
Oh, great.
Uh, so don't worry about that. And then next to those, oh yeah, the yellow taxis. When you bargain, make sure that you ask them to only take you, or you can end up with three other people and a goat in the taxi.
Right, right. Solo.
And yeah, yeah,
Yeah, in a lot of
because
countries you
otherwise,
have to ask that. Yeah. There's a lot of
yeah, you
countries you
have
have
the
to
bush taxis as well. Those are the bigger vans, and this is an example of one of the green taxis and the yellow taxis, so that you have an idea how they should look.
right.
But the inside is always a surprise.
Well, it's local. You
The
can't expect much. It's Africa, as they
Indeed,
say. But at
indeed,
least
you
there
have.
is a regulation. It's good to know that at least the green ones are regulated. So you have some security in that when you're traveling. Because it is, like you said, scary to go to Africa, and especially by yourself. Then now you're a real world traveler. You've done it. So
Yeah, and normally well, 9 out of 10 people I know that went there are going back.
Mm.
And that is the charm of this little country. Once you get to know the people, when you meet, let's say somebody at a hotel, and you have good connection with them, they will invite you into their homes, and you will become a part of them. So that's why I also go back, because I learn also the traditional local things,
Right.
and it's very nice. It gives me a lot of joy being there every time, Ken.
Go down.
So um, to understand the Gambians, perhaps you need to know that they were first discovered by the Portuguese, and they became later on a British colony until their independence. And you have several ethnic groups. There are more, but the Mandinka, the Fula, the Wolof, and the Jola are the most known tribes in the Gambia. They also have their own language. I still don't understand it. I've
Don't
tried it
worry about
many
that. If they
times.
speak English, I'm okay. If they speak English, it's great. Don't
It's
expect.
nice to it's nice to listen to it, and like, yes, they say ha. So at first I thought they were laughing. It was like one of my friends was going ha ha ha, and I was like, oh, that's a very strange way of laughing. And then afterwards I discovered he was just saying yes. So it was that time I didn't know what to say afterwards, because
No,
yeah,
enjoy. Yes.
yeah. So, and as you said, their official language is English. So no worries. Everybody knows English. If you don't have um, someone that knows English, you always have people nearby that can translate. So
Okay.
no worries about the language. So Gambia is a poor country, as I already said. They rely a lot on tourism, but also on the import export. They grow a lot of the farming is very important, and the fishing. Um, Tourism, the biggest one. They have a lot of hotels near the coast. They go from just regular B&B or only a room, and they go to all-inclusive resorts. So you can find whatever you want there. They have very nice lodges as well. Also, when you want to go inside the more into the country, away from the coast, you can stay in lodges near the or at the side of the river Gambia. They are beautiful. Of course, you can't expect any luxury there, but you get into nature, and you just lose the connection with the world. And that makes that you can really relax and enjoy the moment. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It,
Yep.
yeah, you disconnect completely and you discover another world. They have almost in every bigger town a crafts market as well.
Craft market.
Uh,
Good.
yeah, they sell, I think, anything there. If you say I want this or that, there's always someone that will have it. But they have very beautiful woodwork, statues, masks, but even bowls, or the bowls to put salad in, or something else. They all carve it out there. Um, Musical instruments, the local ones, you can find them there. Well, just ask me, and I'll tell you if they have it. But
Okay.
I'm
So
sure they will.
you have some pictures of Gambia? Because you said so beautiful. I want to see some pictures.
This is now, I put down the strip in Senegambia. Senegambia is one of the touristic areas, and this is, they call it the strip. It's the main street with restaurants, bars, exchange offices. Um, when you step out of your hotel, when you're there, you come into the vibrant life of Senegambia. So if you want to step outside and go and have a dinner, that's the place to be. Of course, when you go when you take a taxi, you can go anywhere. You can even go to local restaurants. But if you say I don't want the trouble of taking a taxi in the evening, you just walk out, look around, and you'll find something that you like. You have local restaurants, you have Indian restaurants, Mexican restaurants, Italian restaurants. You can find whatever you want. You know, my daughter once went along with me, and she doesn't eat that much. So she ate every evening. She had a pepper steak with fries. In all the different restaurants, she found the pepper steak. So she survived the week on pepper steak.
Okay.
Yeah, well, what else can you do? These are real crocodiles, by the way. Um,
Okay.
the crocodile, it's something that you can visit. It's the crocodile pool, and the it's you know, I was afraid to go there, but they
I
said
would
if
be
you really,
too.
yeah. But the guy that is there, he takes care of these beautiful animals. He explained a lot of things about them. And of course, he said at one point, he said, "You want to touch it?" I was like, "Oh, I'm afraid." But as I told you about when you stay at the lodges, I had to feel the same feeling when I touched that crocodile. It was like connecting to another world.
Mm,
And of course, they're fed in the morning so that they won't bite, and they are, but they are well taken care of. And it's just nice to see these prehistorical beasts from close by. So it's really a must do. You should go and visit them.
that's nice. The
There is
nature
one of,
reserve. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
it's
nice.
very small. It's very small, but you get so much explanation about these crocodiles. You learn from them, and yeah, you actually get to touch one if you're there. One of the nice things about Gambia, of course, the beaches. They have lovely beaches. They're the yeah,
The sand
the
looks very soft
Sonda.
and welcoming.
Yeah, it is. It is. Um, be careful. It's very hot during the day, um, but they are taking care of their beaches. Also, you have locals walking over the beaches, but every hotel also has their own security to make sure that the locals cannot get into the hotel, because of course you always have some that are not so welcoming and nice as 98% of the Gambians. So they do post security outside of the hotel, as well in on the beach as on the front doors.
Okay, Heidi, I just want to sum up because our time is almost coming to an end. And I say, wow, if I'm going to Gambia, I get value for money because I could use my euros and dollars further than I could like in Europe. Time
Mm-hmm.
is much more relaxed and, easygoing in nature and everything like that. The beaches are amazing. The animals are
Mm-hmm.
okay. The natives are welcoming. So the natives, the people who live there are welcoming.
No, no, yeah, they are.
They're very welcoming.
Uh,
And
yeah.
it's Africa, so you have to admit that it's going to be not what you're used to in a metropolitan world, but it's definitely a new cultural, new idea to go. And I think that you've just done it. You've actually traveled like the world. I mean, you see different things. It's not like I just traveled to, a different city. I saw, well, I could see the same five buildings or same five,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
type
yeah.
of food.
When you go
And
to
here you're saying
Paris, you
everything
have
is
to see the Eiffel Tower. When you go to New York, you have to see. I mean, you have a landmark on all the cities, but
right, but you're going to
when
have the same type of fast food in all of them. And here you're going only
yeah,
local and only nature and only local. So, yeah, it's a different world. That's wonderful, Heidi.
yeah,
Thank you for sharing with us. Oh,
yeah.
amazing.
Well, yeah, I'm just scrolling over the rest of my pictures. I have the little buggers that the monkeys, you have two kinds of monkeys, the green monkeys, the red monkeys. The white, oh, Gambia is also a very nice place for bird spotting.
Ah.
They have so many unique birds, and you also have licensed guides to help you discover more. Also, you can do a small safari into Senegal, and you have very nice desserts as well, as you can see. They are situated in a small shopping mall. So if you need the address, I can give it to you.
Well, Heidi, we're gonna go look forward to it. We're gonna next trip. We're gonna have to go to Gambia.
Yeah, well, always welcome.
Thank you for your insights, and we'll continue forward. Thank you very much.
Hi,
Bye.
Rachel. Thank you for
Bye.
having me.
My pleasure. Wow, what a wonderful episode. Thank you so much. And if you want to be a part of it and you want to join me, please take the minute below to WhatsApp me, Travel Podcast with Rachel. Wow, thank you so much.